With him, he took tens of millions of titans, ready to trample the world at his command. Counted together, the walls surely contain tens of millions of colossal titans.
You sure about that?
The series suggests there are tens of millions of wall titans within the walls, and there are dozens of posts quoting roughly 500,000, which is probably right. But I wanted to actually do the maths for myself instead of just taking someone else's word or public belief. And turns out, I was right to do so, because everyone else is wrong. Hi, hello, welcome to the video. My name's Danahan, this is Overthinking Anime, and today we're overthinking the wall titans in Attack on Titan. During Willie's speech, he claims there are tens of millions of titans. However, fan calculations put it at roughly around 500,000, 1/20th of the lowest claim of Willie. So let's do the maths using the evidence to see who's more right. In the previous video, I've proven the distance between Maria to Moria is actually closer to 710 than 960 kilometers, as the wiki claims, with the three walls being closed circles. Even though they're not perfect circles, at no point in the series are we actually ever shown all three shots of the actual walls to accurately measure them. So we're just going to run our calculations based on perfect circles. As we've run through on a previous video, to calculate the circumference of a circle, it's pi times the radius times 2 or pi times 2 times the radius. Doesn't really matter. The radius is half the diameter. Since we know the diameter is 710, half of that is 355 or 355 kilometers. So the circumference of wall Maria is pi times 355 times by 2 or 2,230.53 kilometers. Wall Rose is 1,602.21 kilometers and Wall Cena is 785.4 kilometers, or 4,618.14 kilometers in total. Thanks to calculations in another of my videos, we know the length of the Wall Titan's skull to chin is 3.969 meters. This would make the width for the Titan's shoulders 19.12 meters. Since we already know the height of the walls, 50 meters, we can use the pixel measurements to calculate the width of each section, which is 21.84 meters. This seems to suggest one Titan is contained within each divider of the wall, and if so, makes it nice and easy to calculate. To an extent. Each wall section is 21.84 meters wide, and each divider is 2.88 meters wide. This gives us 24.72 meters. But for the sake of error, I'm just going to say 25 meters per section. Unfortunately, we're never actually shown a frontal shot of the Titans standing next to each other. But in this slanted shot we do get, the distance between the shoulders is 1.6 meters, which I would say is within a margin of error for our calculations. If we say there is one Titan per 25 meters of the walls, and we know how many kilometers it is, we need to find out the base rate of 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters, meaning 1 kilometer is equal to 40 times 25 meters. Meaning there are 40 wall titans per kilometer of wall. Since we already know the total length of the wall to be 4,618.14 kilometers, all we need to do is times 40 by that number, which gives us a gigantic, whopping, titanic, exponentially large number of 184,720 wall titans within all three walls. Huh. That falls a little short of the estimated 500,000. But hey, maybe the outcropping districts will make up the extra 315,280 titans. Fortunately, calculating how many wall titans are in each district is super easy. I could do the mathematical equation to find out the length of the curved wall, or I could just count the sections. Of the times we are able to see a full district, each side has roughly 20 to 30 segments. For that reason, I'm going to say each district contains roughly 50 wall titans. I also want to take a moment to just appreciate this shot from the manga, because look how thin those walls are. Unless the wall titans were made in Sweden, there is no way anyone's fitting 50 meter tall colossal titans in those walls. Each wall has a total of 4 districts per wall, or 12 districts in total. 12 times 50 equals 600, meaning our total number of titans is 184,720 plus 600, or a whopping 185,320. But we actually need to reduce the number by 1 for each of the gates on the 3 walls. So our total is 185,308 Wall Titans. And that is our final number using the evidence we're shown in the series, not what we're told. Now that we have that information, how fast were the Wall Titans marching during the rumbling? How much land did they cover? And how much of a threat were they really? Check out this video to hear that. When the Wall Titans crush the hangar, we can see the full stride of this Titan. In 60 frames, or 2 seconds, at 30 frames per second, the Titan travels 109 pixels. We know the Titans are 50 meters tall, and we know the measurement is 592 pixels.